Hi, Blake and Matt from footballboots.co.uk, and today we're lacing up Adidas's brand new innovation to 2016, the X16 Plus PureChaos. How does this new range compare to the X15 range and previous Adidas solos? We'll find out in this video. Now the X16 Plus PureChaos is again going to be headlined by attacking players. You're going to see a lot of wingers and a lot of strikers headline this boot. The likes of Gareth Bale, Luis Suarez, Karim Benzema, Thomas Muller and Angel Di Maria all headline this range. In saying that, Adidas do market this boot for attacking players, but this boot can be worn by anyone on the pitch. Goalkeepers, central defenders, central midfielders, wingbacks can all wear this boot. Now the headline feature to the X16 Plus PureChaos is of course this new PureCut sock system. It provides a seamless strike on the ball and it helps to lock down the midfoot into the shoe, and the inside linings merge together, further enhancing that seamless fit inside these boots. Overall, it's going to provide a much more seamless fit when you're striking and touching the ball.
Testing out the new PureChaos. Pretty good.
So looking at the fit of the new PureChaos boots, and what you find is they'll be a little bit wider than what you found on the previous X15. So if they were a little bit too narrow for you, then definitely give the PureChaos a try. They'll be a little bit similar to the Pure Control boots, however you do have those laces so you can customise the fit. So into the sizing of Adidas's new attack-minded boot, and they're pretty true to size. You could go half a size larger if you want a loose fit. I've gone from my usual UK 10.5 and they are perfect for me wanting a snug fit. But if you do like a little bit more room in the toe box, then you could go half a size larger. Into the break-in, and there's no doubt that the PureChaos upper is a lot softer than what you found on the X15. It's very luxury, so you won't require too many sessions to become flexible for you. However, it does have that sprint frame sole plate, so just give it 2 or 3 sessions to become more user-friendly and flexible.
Now upper softness and stiffness is always a key thing in any football boot, and this boot utilises a very thin and soft synthetic upper from heel to toe. It spans from the toes to the boot to the heel of the boot for a very seamless fit and feel, and the PureCut sock system really merges on top of the laces just to provide a very seamless fit in these boots.
So looking at the actual feel of the upper, and you definitely do get a barefoot feel on the ball. It's very soft, it's almost like a second skin. It's not going to be as thin as something like the Superfly, and it's also not the softest synthetic upper, but it is still very high quality and it does have a very soft feel both in hand and on feet. Obviously Adidas have given it their NSG technology from heel to toe, so it will give you a little bit more friction when in wet conditions. So overall it's actually a really nice upper.
Adidas have again used their Tech Fit collar on the X16 range, and especially on the PureChaos it uses a different fabricated material from the X15.1 range. On the X15.1 it had a very elasticated feel, and on the brand new X16 Plus PureChaos it's more of a fabricated feel. Yes, it's still elastic, but it won't be as stretchy. Another benefit of this new Tech Fit collar is that it actually merges with the inner linings of the football boot, so when you slide your foot into the boot it's going to feel really seamless and really comfortable.
So a really nice addition from Adidas is of course that extended heel tab. It was first seen on the Primeknit 2.0 and it really assists with putting the boots on, and also it has a dotted application inside of that heel liner, so it prevents any heel slippage, which is a problem with the Pure Controls. So if you have those boots and you did experience that heel slippage, you shouldn't experience that in the PureChaos.
So the one advantage the X16 Plus PureChaos has over the A16 Plus Pure Control is that it does have laces. So I'll just bring it down here. I've actually got the A16 Plus Pure Control on now, and it doesn't have laces. It's a really nice sort of seamless fit on the A16 Plus Pure Control. Pretty much the same thing on the X16 Plus PureChaos, but you do have laces. I'm someone with wide feet myself, and it's quite wide fitting in here. You've got that Tech Fit wrap. It's really sort of snug in here, but you've got the laces, and it's going to work really well for someone with wide feet because you can actually customize the tightness the way you want it. No-footed footballers may want the laces tighter, and wide-footed footballers may want the laces looser. So it's definitely a good thing to have in the X16 Plus PureChaos. Adidas have reintroduced their sprint frame design seen on previous Adidas models, and they did that for the A16 Plus Pure Control. And now we see it back on the X16 Plus PureChaos, and it's really flexible in the forefoot and stiff in the heel and midfoot, just to provide that much needed flexibility for those attacking players. So the sprint frame sole plate itself may feel quite stiff straight out of the box, but it does loosen up like most football boots. So we are testing the FG version, the firm ground version, which has teardrop shaped studs, which will provide a combination of acceleration and agility in one. So Adidas have done a really good job in providing a sole plate which is quite universal. You'll see it on the Pure Control and you'll see it on the PureChaos. Now if we take things back a bit and talk about the weight of the X16 Plus PureChaos, 210 to 230 grams depending on the size you have. It's going to be lighter than the A16 Plus Pure Control, and it's certainly going to be lighter than the X16.1, which weighs roughly 230 to 240 grams depending on the size you have. It prices in at roughly £220, which is certainly at the high end of a pro level football boot on the market. And the X16.1 is £150, so that's £70 difference. So if you're a player with a budget, you can certainly try the X16.1 before the PureChaos. If you didn't like the X16.1, you could certainly pay the higher premium of the X16 Plus PureChaos. So in terms of design and quality, this is the launch design of the X16 Plus PureChaos. It's part of Adidas Football's Mercury Pack for the upcoming Copa America and Euro tournaments in June. And really it's all about personal preference. You pretty much got silver across the entire upper, red on the T-fit and on the sock liner, red on the stud tips, and a really nice chrome sole plate. Overall, I'm a big fan of the design. One of the major problems featured in the A16 Plus Pure Control, and now it's featured in the X16 Plus PureChaos, is that the sole plate actually flakes off throughout the season. It's really not a great thing to have in a pro level football boot, especially a football boot which costs £220. So the big question is the X16 Plus PureChaos actually any better than any other X range by Adidas Football? We say yes. Now the X16 Plus PureChaos is much wider fitting, so wider for footballers can actually fit this boot quite easily. The X15.1 was very narrow football boot, but the X16 Plus PureChaos is a wide fitting boot. It's going to fit any foot type out there. Another benefit the X16 Plus PureChaos has over other boots is that it has a softer upper from heel to toe, and that's really going to enhance that barefoot second skin feel in these boots. An advantage this boot has over the A16 Plus Pure Control is that it has laces. You can actually customize the tightness the way you want it. If you are a wide-footed footballer, you might want to loosen the laces. If you're a narrow-footed footballer, you might want to tighten the laces. But definitely a good thing to have in a football boot. And the raised Achilles tab on the heel region really tries to prevent any sort of heel slippage. The dotted application will help to lock down your heel into the shoe, which is definitely a good thing. And the new PureCut sock system will provide a very seamless fit on the exterior of these boots. You're going to have a very sort of barefoot second skin seamless feel when you're striking the ball, especially when shooting. And it's very similar to the A16 Plus Pure Control, which has no laces. Now like any boot, the X16 Plus PureChaos has a few weaknesses. The main one being that the sole plate will actually flake off over time, much like what you see on the A16 Plus Pure Control. So you'll see that spray painted coating flake off throughout the season. Definitely not a great thing in terms of durability and aesthetics. Another downfall of the X16 Plus PureChaos is that the sprint frame sole plate is quite stiff straight out of the box. Yes, it does loosen up over time, but it's very stiff straight out of the box. So this is a speed boot, or it's very close to a speed boot because of the weight and because of the materials used. So it's going to have a very second skin barefoot touch on the ball, which won't help in the protection department as well as the comfort department. It won't be the most comfortable boot out there, but it's certainly going to offer one of the best seamless and barefoot feels on the market. Now the last downfall of the X16 Plus PureChaos is that it might be very hard to actually lace the boot up. The laces are actually hidden under this new PureCut sock system, so it might be very hard to actually lace the boot up as well as actually tie the laces, but overall it's going to provide a very seamless fit on top of your laces. So that is our review of the X16 Plus PureChaos by Adidas Football. Personally, I'm a really big fan because I'm someone with really wide feet. The A16 Plus Pure Control is really a boot I can actually wear, but the X16 Plus PureChaos is now a boot I can actually wear as well because it's got quite a wide last. Definitely a big fan of the X16 Plus PureChaos. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I think it is definitely improvement from the previous X15 range. I know it is that elite model just like the Pure Control. In my opinion, I'd go for the Pure Control still. I do like the whole laceless technology. This one does have laces so you can customise the fit, but I think overall, I prefer the shape and the look of the Pure Control. However, I think this is still a very elite product from Adidas.
So which boot will you choose, the A16 Plus Pure Control or the X16 Plus PureChaos by Adidas Football? Please vote in our poll card now with which boot you would choose. Thanks for watching, and as always,
we'll see you next time.